Technology has revolutionized the globe like never before. We can witness technology in all spheres of our lives, starting from classrooms to our home front. It has created an array of amazing tools and resources, putting information at our fingertips. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Delhi Public School Ludhiana, I extend a warm welcome to all of you who have spared time to join us this evening to witness the technical aptitude of our exuberant dipsites. We are privileged and honored to have Mr. Manjeet Kumar from DPS Patna and Ms. Supriya from DPS Pune amongst us as the judges for the ensuing event. We welcome you, judges.
Exploring new avenues and nurturing the ever-widening arena of technology has become the hallmark of Delhi Public Schools. In order to broaden the horizons of technical skills and to attain well-rounded connoisseur, the school has undertaken a proactive step to test the technical aptitude of dipsites titled MindSpark. Before we proceed with the event, let me brief you with the various activities slated for the participants. The activities have been broadly classified into three categories: Mind Benders, Code Brigade, and Fact Architects. After a random round of selections, eventually 5 finalists have been shortlisted in each category. Let us commence the event with the introduction of the first activity: Mind Benders and Blind Coding. It's a multiple choice quiz wherein 3 rounds would be conducted and each participant would have a specific time to respond to the question. Now I would like to invite Chitwan ma'am to start the competition.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Today, we shall hold the much-awaited technology-based quiz, MindSpark. I accord a genial welcome to all of you and invite you to be a part of this enlightening event. I earnestly hope that you will put all your learning faculties to their best use and take away a substantial amount of knowledge with you. The excitement of participation and anticipation of winning is lit large on your faces, thus making it absolutely necessary for me to start the quiz right away. But before we do that, let me delineate the rules and explain the rounds of the quiz to you. The first round, General Journal, which will comprise of general questions pertaining to computer languages. Round 2, Predict the Output. In this round, the participants will be expected to predict the output of the given program. Round 3, Find the Flaw. The participants will be asked to find an error in the given code. We have to learn the rules of the game and then play better than anyone else, said none other than the legendary scientist Albert Einstein. Rules and regulations are cardinal to every activity, and this quiz is no exception. So let me now apprise you of the rules and regulations of this quiz. You can see the rules on the screen as well. There will be 3 rounds. Each participant will be asked 1 question in each round. The questions unanswered or answered incorrectly will not be passed on to the next participant. 5 points will be awarded for each correct answer. Time allotted for answering the questions is as follows. Round 1, 30 seconds. Round 2, 45 seconds. Round 3, 45 seconds. The timer would begin after the options are displayed. There are no negative points for incorrect answers. In case of a tiebreaker question will be asked to decide the winner. The one who gives the correct answer in the least time will be the winner. So, shall we start with the quiz? MB1, are you ready for the first question? for the first
First
round?
round.
All right. So here we go. Round 1, General Journal. MB1, this question is for you. Translator, which is used to convert codes of high-level language to machine-level language, is known as. Your options are A, assembler, option B, compiler, option C, attempter, option D, debugger. Your time starts now.
Option B, compiler.
Option B, compiler. All right, your response has been recorded. Let's see if you have answered it correct. Yes, you are right. Well done. Moving on to the next question. MB2, this question is for you. Programming language, which sometimes is called write once, run anywhere. Your options are option A, Java, option B, Pascal, option C, Basic, option D, Ada. Your time starts now.
Option A, Java.
Option A, Java. That's what the answer you have given. It has been recorded. Let's see if it is. Let's check the answer. Correct. Well done. So we now move on to the next question for MB3. MB3, your question is, Microsoft's object-oriented primary programming languages include option A, Java, option B, Visual Basic, option C, Basic, option D, Ada. Your time starts now.
B, Visual Basic.
B, Visual Basic. Your response has been recorded. Let us check. Correct. That's really very good. All right, let's move on to the next question. This is for MB4. MB4, your question is, Python is said to be easily, option A, readable language, option B, writable language, option C, buggable language, option D, scriptable language. Your time starts now.
Option B, writable language.
Option B, writable language. Okay, your response has been recorded. Let's check. Oh, so you missed it. It was an incorrect response. The correct answer for the question is readable language. The next question is for MB5. MB5, your question is, the instructions in a dash loop are always processed at least once, whereas the instructions in a dash loop might not be processed at all. Your options are post-test, pretest, option B, pre-test, post-test, option C, pre-test, pretest, option D, post-test, post-test. Your time starts now.
Option A, post-test, pre-test.
All right, your response is post-test, pre-test, option A. The response has been recorded. Let us check. You're absolutely correct. Well done, all 5 participants. Well tried. And it's really good to see that you are keeping abreast with the latest happenings in the ICT world. All right. Now, with this, we move on to round 2. I hope the participants are ready. And from here, I will be changing the settings of my timer also. Now, this is for 45 seconds as conveyed to you earlier also. So the time has been set to 45 seconds. We shall start now with round 2, predict the output. MB1, the first question is for you, and here it goes on the screen. MB1, what will be the output of the following Python expression? Print, bracket, 4.00 divided by, bracket start, 2.0 plus 2.0, double bracket closed. Your options are option A, error, option B, 1.0, option C, 1.00, option D, 1. And your time starts now.
Option B, 1.0.
Option B, 1.0. All right, the response has been recorded. Let's check. Yes, you're absolutely right. The next question for MB2. Here it goes. What will be the output of the following Python code? L is equal to square bracket 0.5 multiplied by x for x in range, round bracket 4 closed, square bracket closed. Print, round bracket start, L, round bracket closed. Here are the options. Option A, in square brackets, 0.0, 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, square bracket closed. Option B, in round brackets, 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5. Option C, in square brackets, 0.0, 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, 2.0. Option D, error. And your time starts now.
Option D, error.
Option D, error. Okay, let's see. Oh, you missed it. The correct answer is option A. All right, better luck next time. Here we move on to the next question for MB3. MB3, your question is, what will be the output of the following Java code? Class, relational underscore operator, curly bracket start, public static void main, string args, bracket closed, round bracket closed, curly bracket start, int where 1 is equal to 5, semicolon, int where 2 is equal to 6, semicolon, system.out.print where 1 is greater than where 2, semicolon, curly bracket 1 closed, curly bracket 2 closed. Your options are option A, 1, option B, 0, option C, true, option D, false. Your time starts now.
Option D, false.
Option D, false. Okay, your response has been recorded. Let's see. You are right. The correct answer is option D, false. All right, now we move on to the next question for our next participant, MB4. Here goes your question. How many times will the message box.show method, bracket start, bracket close, in the following code be processed? Int count is equal to 0. Do while int count is greater than 3. Message box dot show bracket start hello bracket close. Int count is equal to int count plus 1 loop. Your options are option A 0, option B 1, option C 3, option D 4. And your time starts now.
Option C.
Option C 3. Okay, your response has been recorded. Let us check. Oh, you missed it. The correct option is option A 0. All right. Let's move on to the question. That's for MB5. What will be the output of the following C++ code? Hash include IO stream using namespace std semicolon int main round bracket start round bracket close curly bracket start static double I semicolon I is equal to 20 semicolon count C out size of I semicolon return 0 semicolon curly bracket closed. Your options are option A 4, option B 2, option C 8, option D garbage. And your time starts now.
Option B 2.
Option B. All right, your response has been recorded. Let us check. That's an incorrect answer. The correct answer is option C 8. All right. Now we move on to the next question. And before that, I would like to share the scores also with you. MB1 stands at, your score is 10, MB2, 5, MB3, 10 again, MB4, you need to still open your account, MB5 stands at 5 points. Now, with this, we move on to the third round. And I must say that these participants should now, be very vigilant and careful for their last round of this first event. Find the flaw. Here we go. MB1, your question. Which of the following expressions results in an error? Your options are option A, float, in brackets 10, option B, int, in brackets 10, option C, float, in bracket 10.8, option D, int, in bracket 10.8. Your time starts now. Yes, MB1.
Option C.
Option C. Okay, let us check. No, the correct answer is option D. Okay, now we move on to the next question, which is for MB2. MB2, your question is on the screen. Identify the incorrect option. Option A, 1 is less than equal to size of in bracket bool is less than equal to size of in bracket long. Option B, size of in bracket float less than equal to size of in bracket double less than equal to size of in bracket long double. Option C, size of in bracket car less than equal to size of in bracket long less than equal to size of wchar underscore t. Option D, size of in bracket n is equal to size of in bracket signed n is equal to size of in brackets unsigned n. And your time starts now. Yes, MB2, you need to be quick. Last 19 seconds left.
Option D.
Option D.
Last option.
Okay, your response has been recorded. No, the correct answer is option C, size of in brackets char less than equal to size of in bracket long less than equal to size of in bracket wchar underscore t. All right, thank you very much. Let's move on to the next participant. MB3, your question is, consider a list. List 1 is equal to in square brackets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Python. What would be displayed for the following code? List 1 plus 2. Your options are option A, type error, option B, no error, option C, syntactical error, option D, in square brackets 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And your time starts now.
Option D.
You have to please repeat your option. What did you say?
Option D. 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, thank you. Your response has been recorded. Option D. No, that was incorrect. The correct option is type error. All right, let's move on to the next question. This is for MB4. What type of error is returned by the following statement? T is equal to in square bracket 1, 2, 3, 4. Print in round bracket T dot index round bracket 9, round bracket 1 closed, round bracket 2 closed. Your options are option A, index error, option B, type error, option C, value error, option D, none of the above. Your time starts now.
Option C, value error.
Okay, option C has been recorded as your answer. Let's see. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Moving on to the next question for MB5. It's the last question, the event. MB5, your question on the screen. Identify the error in the following code in C++. Hash include IO stream using namespace std semicolon, void main, round bracket start, round bracket closed, curly bracket start, int x is equal to 10, semicolon, int y is equal to 15, semicolon, C out x, y, colon, curly brackets closed. Your options are option A, colon, option B, curly bracket closed, option C, hash, option D, no error. Your time starts now.
Option B, curly bracket.
Option B, curly bracket. All right, your option has been recorded. Let us see. No, that was incorrect. The correct answer is option A, colon. All right, thank you so much. With this, we come to the end of this particular event. So you'll have to give me a moment to figure out the total points to see if there is any tiebreaker that we need to conduct. Okay, here after the third round, we have the tie between MB1 and MB3. So MB1 and MB3, are you ready? So the tiebreaker question that I'm going to ask, you will write the answer in the chat box, and accordingly your time will be noted for the same. I think I'm clear. MB1 and MB3. So here goes the question. What is the output of the following program? D is equal to curly bracket start 1 colon curly bracket start in inverted comma A colon curly bracket start 1 colon A in double inverted quotes curly bracket close comma 2 colon in double inverted comma B curly bracket close comma 3 colon double inverted comma C comma in single quote B colon in double inverted quotes D comma in double inverted quotes D colon in single quotes E curly bracket closed. Print round bracket D square bracket D square brackets D square bracket 1 square bracket close square bracket open 2 3 square brackets closed comma end is equal to double inverted commas round bracket closed. Print round bracket open D square bracket open D square bracket open 1 square bracket close square bracket open in double inverted comma A square bracket closed square bracket open 2 square bracket close square bracket close round bracket close. Your options are option A D C, option B B E B, option C C D B, option D It is key error. And your time starts now. Please remember you have to type the answer in the chat box. All right, I have got your response. Thank you so much. And the results for the same will be displayed on the school website tomorrow. I once again congratulate everybody for today's first round, first event, in which all the participants really did very well. Thank you so much.
Indeed, it was a spectacular performance.
The next event is Code Brigade, in which the contestants would develop a game with the help of programming languages such as Scratch, Lego Digital Design, Unity, etc. The time allotted to each contestant is 3 minutes. Now, I would like to invite our first participant with the code CB1.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Code CB1, and I'll be presenting the game that I've made with the help of a free game development software called Unity. Everyone's obviously solved a maze before, right? The game I've made has the same concept, but it's specifically designed for the younger generations. Rather than solving the maze on paper, this game puts you inside the maze as a player who has the objective of finishing the maze as well as eliminating the robots present on the map. This game is called Labyrinth Runner. The game starts with the player holding a gun in his hand, which will be used to shoot the robots. The player's movements can be controlled by the W, A, S, and D keys, and also the mouse or the trackpad. The W and the S keys control the forward and the backward movements, while the A and the D keys control the left and the right movements. The camera movements can be controlled by the mouse or the trackpad. To shoot the robots, you can use the left button on the mouse. Now I'll give you a short demonstration. You can see that in the top left-hand corner, there's a tab which shows you the number of robots you've eliminated. It also shows you the total number of robots present on the map. I've reached the endpoint of level 1. As soon as I step on it, it'll show me that I've completed the maze and I can go to level 2. Hope you enjoyed this short demonstration of Labyrinth Runner. This game makes solving mazes fun for kids who feel that solving them on paper is boring. Thank you.
How amazing it was to get across this maze. So now let's see what CB2 has in store for us.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Code CB2, and I have designed a very special game called the Covet Warrior in the Scratch interface. Scratch is a high-level block-based visual programming language targeted as an educational tool for programming. The pandemic has had a major impact on everyone's life. This game is an attempt from my side to spread the message that all of us are warriors. And just like this game, we can surely win the fight against COVID-19. In this game, the main character is the warrior whom we have to save from the various attacks by the viruses. The more time we survive in the game, the higher our score will be. So goal is to get the vaccine before the virus gets to us. The vaccine slows down our chances of being infected. But every time we get in contact with the virus, we get infected faster. We will be totally infected if our health score becomes 0, and the game will come to an end there. Your health points are displayed on the top left corner, whereas your score and speed are displayed on the top right corner. This game can be used as a medium to get out all your frustrations, and it does not require any skill set, so it can be played by all the age groups. This game follows a very simple principle. Maintain distance from the virus and improve your health, and I hope you enjoyed the game.
I believe that the audience would agree when I say it was wonderful fighting coronavirus virtually. Now let's see the game developed by the code CB3.
Good evening to one and all present. I am Code CB3 and the game that I have created is the ping pong game using the Scratch interface. You may be asking, what is Scratch? Scratch is a high-level block-based visual programming language. Users on the site are called Scratchers who can create projects on the website using a block-like interface. The systems supported on Scratch are Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, Linux, HTML5, iOS, iPadOS, and Android. So, did you ever wish to know what the 80s were like? The games, art, and music? It was at this time that video games started emerging like Pac-Man, Asteroids, etc., which were all played in the arcade. But the major boom to video games came with the introduction of the Atari video game console, along with its best seller, the ping pong game. My game is the same, but with the modern twist. Instead of playing the game on an old console or especially going to an arcade, this game can be played on your PC or laptop. It is a multiplayer game, so it can be enjoyed with friends and family. Just like the original game, this is also played till one player has scored 5 points. So, why am I wasting your time? Let's take it back to the past and start playing this game. As you can see that the game has loaded up. You can either tap in the working area or press the click run button. As you can see, the game has loaded up with the ball, 2 player paddles, and the score on the top. The instructions are given very clearly. To start, you can press spacebar, like so. One player can move the player paddle using their mouse or trackpad by moving it up and down. The other player can use the W and S keys to move their player paddle up and down respectively, like so. So, Let me give you a quick demonstration of how the game is played. As you can see, as soon as the ball touches the player paddles, the ball bounces. Also, the ball also can bounce off the top and bottom edges. You can see that once the ball crosses the edge, a score is incremented over here. As you can see that the score limit has been reached, that is 5 points. When it does so, it indicates that the game is over. You can either stop the game here, or you can restart it again by pressing the R key on your keyboard, like so. As you can see, the scores are back to 0-0, and you can press space again to serve the ball. This game is very simple to play and is sure to create good memories for users and bring back memories of yesteryears for parents alike. Thank you.
Wow, that reminds me of the past 1.5 years where we virtually enjoyed all these games. Now, I would like to invite our next participant with the code CB4.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Code CB4, and I'm here to present my game which I've developed using Unity. Unity is a cross-platform game engine developed by Unity Technologies. It supports both 2D and 3D game development. It is the perfect platform for developers who are just looking forward to start their career in game development. My game is based upon the best game of 1980s, which is Mario, but with a modern twist of our original art style and by using latest art applications. So let's check out the game. As you can see, the main character of the game is an extraterrestrial cat. The basic controls of the game are left, right arrow keys or the AD keys for the movement. By tapping the space bar, you can jump. The character has a special ability to double jump by tapping the space bar twice. So let's move on. As you can see here is an spike trap, which pops out if the player is in the 2-block radius of the trap. Now here is a flag, which is in the form of here's a checkpoint, which is in form of a flag. As you can see, the flag is of red color, indicating that it is not saving our progress. If the player comes in contact with the flag, it becomes purple, indicating that the checkpoint is now saved. As you can see, the player has been eliminated. As the elimination screen shows up, you can see the total number of eliminations. By tapping the continue key, you can continue your game. As you can see, I have spawned back on the checkpoint. Now here is a spring trap, which increases our jump power, so we can pass the gap. Now here, as you can see, here is a platform. When the player jumps on the platform goes up. As you can see, the player has reached the next level. I hope this game will be liked by all children of all age groups and fulfill the people's needs who are looking for a challenge. Thank you.
This is one of the games that has been played by all our generations. My mother even shared it with me. Now I would like to invite our final participant with the code CB5.
Games are an escape from the real world. Good evening, everyone. I am Code CB5 and I am here to present my game, Space Asteroid Shooter, developed using Scratch programming language. Scratch is an interactive programming language which is free to use and can be used to develop games by dragging and dropping blocks of code. Scratch makes coding easy, fun, and accessible for all through its amazing UI. My game is inspired from the classical Space Asteroid Shooter, but has been given a modern twist through a new design style, and the game is simple to play. Our player is a rocket, and we have asteroids coming from all directions towards us. Our aim in the game is to shoot the maximum number of asteroids to increase our score. Along with this, we also have to avoid the asteroids as the game ends when a player comes in contact with an asteroid. The controls of the game are simple. We use the arrow keys to move up and down, left and right, spacebar or mouse to shoot, and the mouse to change the direction of aim and movement. Now let's play the game. This is the game's home screen. As I press the play button, the game starts. Now as you can see, it is asking for my difficulty mode. I can press the N key for normal mode and the E key to play on easy mode. The main difference is that in easy mode, the fire rate increases and the asteroid speed decreases. For now, I'm playing on normal difficulty. Now, as you can see, asteroids are approaching me. I can shoot the asteroids, and when I shoot them, they divide into trees, and each asteroid is 50% of the original one. My score also increases, which can be viewed from the top left-hand corner. The asteroids, when shot with the laser, divide into trees, and when their size becomes less than 35%, they cease to exist. As I come in contact with any asteroid, the game stops immediately, as you can see here, and the game over screen is displayed. Now I can again go to the home screen by pressing the green flag and start playing the game all over again. This game is wonderful and easy to play, and I'm sure that people of all age groups will enjoy it. Thank you.
Wow, that felt great. Protecting planet Earth from all the asteroids. Mere words do not suffice to applaud their unparalleled performance. Now I hand over to my friend for the next leg of the event.
Subsequent to Code Brigade, we have yet another round named Fact Architect. Here the contestants would be demonstrating their newly created projects with the help of the technology that they have opted for. Each participant would be given 3 minutes for their presentation. Let's witness the creativity of our budding technocrats. So I would like to invite FA1 to present his project.
Good evening, everyone. I am Code FA1 and I am here to present my project, Speech Assistive Device. Assistive technology in devices and services designed to make our life easier or to help us perform specific tasks. Assistive devices become the door of opportunity and can assist one in realizing their own potential. Technology can be a great enabler and an equalizer of opportunity. Assistive technology is any item or piece of equipment used to improve the capabilities of people with disabilities. These can be aids to help those with low vision or blindness, devices to assist individuals who are hard of hearing, specialized computer hardware and software, electronic tablets, apps, aids for daily living and communication devices. Assistive technology allows people with disabilities to function independently in reaction, education, employment, and daily living activities. Now, the project speech assisted device is functioning with the principle of RF transmission used to transfer messages. It also acts as an intercom. Now, I will show you the project. This is the project, which you can see is consisting of two different boards. The bigger board is the receiver section and the smaller board is the transmitter section. These two are connected through each other through the wireless RF transmission or radio frequencies through the transmitter and the receiver. On both the boards, there are 8 switches which represent 8 different messages which can be recorded by the handler or the caretaker through this external mic. and they are stored in this IC ARP33A3. Also, both these boards are controlled by individual Arduino Unos, which act as their main microcontroller. The main function of the Arduino Uno is to check which key is being pressed, and then according to that key, check the message which has been stored in this IC. Also, when the board scans which key is the pressed, then the message is sent to this encoder IC. The basic functioning of this encoder IC is to pack the message into small packets and then feed it to the transmitter so it can transmit these packets to the receiver board. Then the receiver sends these packets to the decoder IC. Parallel to the encoder, the decoder opens these packets and then sends signal and the packets to the ARP33A3 voice message IC and the amplifier IC. When the message is recorded and then the IC is switched on, the output is sent to the amplifier IC so it can be heard clearly through the speaker which can be attached to this output. Then the message will be played through the speaker. Now in this transmitter section, you can see there are these two switches. The function of this switch is to set the board in record mode. When the button is set into record mode, we will hear a beep through the speaker and this LED light will blink, indicating that the board has switched into recording mode. After that, when we switch off this, the recording mode comes out and we can restart the board by this button. Now, when we play, the person can clearly hear what the child has to say without spending time on the gestures which the child is trying to convey. Assistive technology in the classroom brings children with and without disabilities together to share social and educational experiences in the office or work setting. Assistive technology enables people with disability to utilize their knowledge, skills to be productive. At home, assistive technology makes life easier and more enjoyable. From simple to complex, assistive devices provide more opportunities and greater personal independence for the people with disabilities. Thank you.
That was something I could never ever think of. Now I invite code FA2 to show her project.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm code FA2 and I'm here to present my project, Car Parking System. Various methods are present for development of intelligent parking systems. Many of the existing systems require a little or more human intervention for the functioning. In the project Car Parking System, I have shown the concept of an automatic car parking system. As in the modern world, everything is going automatic. I have built a system which will automatically sense the entry and exit of cars through the gate and then display the number of cars left in the parking lot. I have made this system using one Arduino Uno, two IR proximity sensors, servo motor, a breadboard, a 16x2 LCD display with I2C interface, and some jumper wires. There are 4 slots in the parking system. When a car enters the parking system, the first tire sensor senses the car and it opens the servo barrier, and the second tire sensor senses the car and it closes the servo barrier. And simultaneously, the number of slots left are displayed on the LCD display. For example, here 3 slots are left on the LCD, left on the parking. So the LCD display will display that the number of slots left are 3. Once the parking is filled and a car tries to get in, the IR sensor will detect the car, but it will not open the servo barrier, and the LCD will display a message, "Sorry, parking full." When a car from inside the parking system tries to come out, the second IR sensor detects the car and it opens the servo barrier, and the first IR sensor detects the car and it closes the servo barrier, which means that one slot is left in the parking, and the LCD also displays the same. Thank you.
Indeed, Technology has a solution for all our problems. So let us see what the next participant, code FA3, has developed.
Good evening, everyone. I'm code FA3 and I'm here to present my project, a touchless hand sanitizer dispenser. At present, the whole world is going through a pandemic due to the coronavirus disease. Since this virus is highly contagious, it is critical to reduce its community transmission in various ways. One of the mandatory recommended actions is the continuous sanitation of hands using alcohol-based sanitizers. Based on some earlier studies, it is clear that mechanical and electric dispensers that have a push button, they are vulnerable as these can be contaminated with pathogens that cause the disease. Therefore, it is important to substitute these with automated touchless sanitizer dispensers as they don't require any human contact to operate and can be very effective to stop the spread of infectious diseases if used carefully. To avoid any contact at all, some no-touch hand sanitizer dispensers are available in the market, but they're expensive and most sanitizer dispensers are commercially available, but these cannot be automated. In this project, we create a contactless hand sanitizer dispenser that can be used to any press-to-release sanitizer available in the market. I have made this project using an ultrasonic sensor, an Arduino Uno, servo motor, and some jumper cables. For the working of the project, I place my hand under the ultrasonic sensor. Then it activates the servo motor through the coded Arduino Uno. The servo motor is then connected to the nozzle of the sanitizer through a copper wire. When the servo motor is activated, it forces the nozzle to push down, therefore dropping the sanitizer. Like so. This was the basic working of the project. Thank you.
It is so apt in the present times to fight the virus with sanitization and vaccination. Now, I would like to call FA4 to present her presentation.
Good evening to all present. My code is FA4 and I'm here to speak about my car wash project. Our planet might seem like it has abundant water, but it is not a hidden fact that less than 1% of that water is available for human use. The rest is either salt water in the oceans, fresh water frozen in polar ice, or too inaccessible for human use. Despite of the knowledge of this fact, people continue to use water carelessly. Due to this, today, many places in our world have become drought-stricken. Today, regular car wash service stations consume more than 120 to 150 liters of water for a single wash. One cannot even imagine what it will be equal to if we calculate the amount of water wasted on car wash for a whole year. As the famous writer Agatha Christie quoted, "To every problem, there is a most simple solution." Well, I came up with it. Here is a miniature setup of a car wash station. It is just like any other traditional car wash system, but instead of the water being wasted after every wash, this water seeps in the ground where the water is collected in by a pump. Let me show you how. The pump is sucked in. The pump contains a high quality filter which purifies the water so much so that it can be used again for the next car wash. Technically, the same water is being used over and over again through this pipe connected to it. This system, if used by the car wash stations, can save several gallons of water every year. Now, if we all put our minds together, we can come up with a myriad of such ideas that can help us save our precious planet. So, let's do it. Thank you.
So relevant. Saving precious resources like water is the demand of the hour. Now, I call upon our last participant, code FA5.
Good evening, everyone. My code is FA5, and today I will be presenting my project on the topic seat belt system. So, what is this project actually about? Well, this is a seat belt system where the car would not start until the person sitting in the car doesn't wear the seat belt. The advantage of this project is that it would play a major role in reducing the rate of road accidents that occur every day. A lot of people die every day just because of road accidents and lose their precious lives. According to a survey, the people who have suffered from the accidents, most of them were not wearing the seatbelts at the point of time when the accident occurred. Now, without any further ado, I shall tell you and show you the working of my project. So here you can see that there is a driver's seat, a detached seat belt, and some LED lights. So in this apparatus, there is an inbuilt circuit in the car, and the car will not start until the person sitting in the car will not wear the seatbelt. The circuit in the car is made in such a way that as soon as the person plugs the seatbelt in the seatbelt buckle, the circuit would get completed and the current would flow and turn on the LED lights. The turning on of the LED lights will indicate the completion of the circuit and the turning on or the starting on of the engine. So now here you can see that the LED lights are not glowing. That means the circuit is broken. But as soon as the person plugs in the seatbelt, the LED lights turn on, hence marking the completion of the circuit and the turning on of the engine. Can we just imagine that how many lives will be saved if we apply this technology in real life situations? As I've mentioned before, that this would play a major role in reducing the rate of accidents because the person can't even drive without wearing it. Also, if the person is wearing the seatbelt initially, but later, while traveling, he removes it, then the circuit will be broken and the engine would turn off and the car would stop immediately. I hope that you liked my presentation. This is all from my side. Thank you so much.
An apt representation of the proverb, better be safe than sorry. So let's ensure that we click it every time we are in a car. That was truly par excellence. Hope you have enjoyed watching the splendid performance of evolving Satya Nadella and Sundar Pichai. Now, we have arrived at the concluding segment of today's event. The results would be published on the school website tomorrow. Before we sign off, I take this opportunity to thank the distinguished guests and parent fraternity for guiding and enabling our technocrats to create milestones and pursue their aspirations with an indomitable spirit. As India emerges to become a superpower, I'm sure technological development is going to take the center stage in leading world's progress, peace, and harmony. Thank you everyone for gracing this special occasion.